What's up YouTube? Today's video is on eyebrow tutorial. First showing you some brushes of choice to do the eyebrow. Make sure the eyebrow is well groomed. Though I groomed mine just like a week ago. So I'm starting with a spoolie brush to brush the eyebrows head. Like I don't see how you could draw an eyebrow actually without a spoolie brush though. And I'm using a setting powder to set the eyebrow first. You know, that part of the eye oils a lot, from the eyebrow to the eyelid, those parts they oil a lot. So I set it first with a setting powder, then still go over it again with my spoolie brush. Then I'm using a pencil today. My choice of eyebrow filler is a pencil, and I'm going to start drawing in strokes from underneath the part of the eyebrow. That is, when I talk of the underneath, I'm talking of both the beginning and the end, like the front part of the eyebrow till the end. I'm drawing lines in strokes. Don't just draw a straight line because you're going to make mistakes. Just, it should come in strokes so that you can have control. Now avoid the front part of the upper part of the eyebrow. I guess you understand what I mean. That front part, avoid it, because when you drop your pencil there, it's going to give it a sharp look, and that's not going to give it a natural look. So you draw and then connect it. You see how I connected the up and the down part of the eyebrow. Now I'm going to do the same technique on the second eyebrow. In reality, these eyebrows are not twins, they are just sisters. That's the common say. So just try to make them look alike, really really alike, but you can't say you make them the same. But we try though, we try. Please do kindly subscribe to this video, not just this video, to my channel actually. You understand? If you're watching this, come on, what's up now? Hey, did I offend you? Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that each time I drop a new video, you'll be notified. In this channel, you come here and learn a lot of things about beauty, makeup, DIY, stubborn tutorials, and on other lifestyle and beauty tips. So please support me and help me build the YouTube community to benefit not just you and even your friends. Just invite everybody you can. All right, following the shape of your hairs, like the direction your hairs go. Do you understand? Your hairs are usually slanty, not straight. So when you're feeling, try and go more slanty. Now I'm using this spoolie brush to brush the front part of the eyebrow. Now you see this technique I'm doing, I'm not hard on my skin, no, just mild. Now what I'm doing, as you can see, I'm going back and forth as well with the spoolie brush, is just to give it a natural feel. You know, makeup these days, you're not making up to take away your natural beauty, you're just enhancing it. You know, if you know what I mean. So I'm just trying to give that front part of the eyebrow a natural look. I'm not taking off the natural look of the eyebrow. So using my Color Pop concealer, and I'm using this Younger Beauty flat brush. I love this brush, it's just like a knife. In fact, it cuts through. All right, I'm starting from underneath the arch of the brow, as you can see. Yes, now I have some little hairs that were falling apart. Now if you have a your hairs are the type that easily pops out, maybe at the end of drawing your eyebrow, you consider using an eyebrow gel, yes, to hold them and keep them in place. So I saw a new technique going on, trending kind of, that way you use soap, but I think using the eyebrow gel for me, though, even though I don't have those kind of hairs, mine keep stay in place after brushing them with the spoolie brush. So okay, now as you can see, and just notice something, the concealer, I am concentrating with it underneath the arch of the brow. As you can see, I'm not spreading it through the front or the back. Like I'm not putting running the concealer from the beginning to the end of that underneath the eyebrow. Just watch what I'm doing closely. I'm concentrating more within the arch of the brow. That's like the under angle. That's what we call the arch of the brow. You can see I'm just concentrating the concealer more on that direction. You will get to see what I am trying to drive at. So I'm also doing the same thing. Now, like me, I like drawing my eyebrows concurrently. I don't finish one before I go to the other. No, I like to draw them concurrently so that they will have this look-alike feel. Because I just feel that when you finish one completely to the end before you go to the other one, you might have issues, but at least when you're drawing them concurrently, whatever part you need to erase is easier, and before anything they just come up at the same time. So that's just it. So I draw when I touch this, I touch that when I touch this other one. Now I'm cleaning off the concealer. Just observe what I'm doing here. I'm cleaning off the concealer that was on top of the flat brush. Now using foundation, black opacity foundation in Nutmeg. That's my shade. Did you hear? Not just any foundation. That foundation has to be your shade, has to be your color. Now just observe what I do with it. I'll use my flat brush, take off from it, and then just watch me. Now I'm going to use that foundation to clean the last part. That's like the ending part where I told you to avoid concealer. Now the reason is this. You know, when you use concealer till the end of the brow, it gives this overwhelming color there, and sometimes at the end of the day when you finish makeup you will now see that whitish feel, because blending it out, being that concealer is an exaggerated version of foundation, it has this overwhelming feel. So technically you can see I'm just using the foundation, my color, to conceal to define the beginning and the end, so that it has a transitional look, that is from my shade to a highlighted shade and then back to my shade. I don't know if you know what I mean, but as you watch the video, you would pick up exactly what I'm trying to explain here. So now that front part, using your own real shade, makes everything easier. By the time you're doing a full face makeup and you're contouring, it makes everything easier. Like everything just blends in. You don't need to keep trying to make everything like, you know, blending. That it reduces your stress actually. That's just it, and it gives it a nicer look. So I'm doing the same too on the other eyebrow. I'm using the foundation to define the beginning part of the eyebrow and the end as well. So technically your conceal, your highlighted part is just at the middle of your eyebrow. All right, now don't forget, while you were doing all of these things, you were creating hash lines. You know, technically what you're doing is drawing lines here and there on the face. So at the end of the day, you need a brush to blend everything in. You understand? And besides, you wouldn't want the contrast between the foundation and the concealer to be obvious, because whatever you can see, any other person can see it. And that's why when you're doing your face makeup, it's advisable to have a hand mirror. Yeah, something like that you can bring very close to your face. A hand mirror is very essential in doing a face makeup, any type of face makeup. So that is it. Now I'm using my fluffy blending brush to blend in everything. Can you see? I'm blending in everything together to take away, so that I can avoid harsh lines. You know, one thing with makeup, if you can see those harsh lines, any other person to looking at you can see those harsh lines, and the whole idea is to make everything look seamless. Yeah, to look the same, look clean. So I'm brushing everything out. You can see, blending in the foundation and the concealer together, and then blending out the harsh lines. Now I'm going to use the same foundation, my shade, to clean out the topper part of the eyebrow as well, to give it a more sharper look. Now when you're even careful in drawing your eyebrow, you don't have too many fallouts. Like you don't have careless fallout from your eyebrow filler if you're using either a pencil or a brow pomade, anyone. Now so it gives you opportunity to clean your eyebrow and make it look sharp. That's just it. As I told you, I do my eyebrow concurrently. When I do this, I do the other as well. So the same thing to or the same technique of blending, you're also still using it to blend in everything, so that when you're rubbing your foundation, everything just goes off. You don't have any leftover or any piled up product. So I go in with a powder to set the underneath part. You know, it's concealer, and one thing with concealer or any liquid product you use, you need to set it with powder. So I use a compact powder and set the entire lower part of the eyebrow. That's what I mean by the entire, from the beginning to the end. As you can see, I'm using a fluffy flat brush, something that can take powder. You know, when you use a flat brush, you might not be able to pick up your powder. So a fluffy flat brush will be able to pick up your powder and drop on your face. So I'm setting it from the beginning to the end. Now it's going to give a very nice look. Then I'm blending again. Too many blending. Then underneath the arch of the brow, I like to set again with a setting powder. For me, it's just something that I just like doing. It gives me this highlighted feel, and when I rub my eyeshadows, I have the opportunity to blend everything in, and it looks very neat. So I'm going out over under the arch of the brow this time around, so you can see now the finished look. Eyebrows these days are drawn to give you a natural feel. Can you see? Please do kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give this video a thumbs up as well. Thank you so much. Bye.